Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your love relationship romance reading for the first half of November. I am Heather from the Crystal Bean Tarot. I would like to thank you for joining me today and for all of the positive energy and support that I have received from many of you. This is a general reading, so please check out your readings for your moon, rising, and Venus sign. And let's get started. So we start with the Ten of Swords, and that is clarified by the Seven of Swords. And then we have the Ace of Cups, and it is clarified by the Five of Cups. Okay, Sagittarius, so just give me a moment, please, and I'm going to just look at the cards all together. And then we'll get started. So Sagittarius, you started the month of November with the energy of the Ten of Swords. And you can see in this picture here, I mean, the swords, it has a very grim appearance. There's this person face down, these 10 swords are through their back, it's dark out, but you see there's a light on the horizon, the dawn is coming. This card is all about completion, ending. So if you've been going through a difficult time, especially if you're single and you've been looking for someone and there's been a bit of a dry spell and you've had trouble meeting people, or just trouble meeting the right kind of person, or the person that your type of qualities in a person that you're looking for, and you've been struggling with that, this is here to tell you that that's over. Now, if you've been going through a rocky point and you're in a relationship, then that's the Ten of Swords is here to tell you that heavy energy is going to start lifting. And it's also clarified by the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords it's often seen as a card of betrayal or dishonesty, but it's also can be seen as a card about running away. So if you've been going through a difficult time trying to find someone, if you are single and you've been looking for a relationship, you might be feeling like you want to run away. And if you're in a relationship and you've just been going through a little bit of a rocky patch right now, you could be feeling that like you want to run away. It can also be where someone has been a little dishonest in the relationship. But what this is telling you is that this period's over. Hang in there, stick with it, and persevere through it. And another thing with the Swords energy is that it's all about mental energy, intellectual energy. It can represent Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Those are your air signs. So it could be someone that you're in a relationship with is either a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or has a lot of that in their chart. Now, swords are your words. They're your words and your thoughts. Create your reality. And they're also about being understood, and how being understood in a relationship is one of the most important things to you. So this could be you or the person you're involved with. And when someone knows how to communicate with you, you form an instant connection with them. And that's what the Swords energy is about. So with these two cards presenting themselves right in that first week of November, this could also be letting you know that, and reminding you that be very clear in your speech and how you communicate, and make sure you are communicating. If there has been a rough patch or you've had difficulty finding someone, and you feel like you're going through a dry spell right now, it could be, look at your communication. Are you communicating well with others? Are you communicating what it is that you're looking for, what you want, what your desires are? And have you been completely honest, not so much with the other person, but with yourself, and what your needs are and what you require from a relationship? And so this is the energy that you have in that first week of November, Sagittarius. So this is reminding you to make sure that you are communicating, and you're communicating well, so there's none of those misunderstandings that could make the other person or even you feel like you're like something's, you know how you could have that inkling where something's not quite right or something doesn't quite match up. And it doesn't necessarily mean someone's being dishonest. It could be that they're not completely expressing what they want or what their needs are. So if you're having difficulty in that kind of communication, make sure that you're opening up more. And if you get the sense that it's your partner, maybe sit down and talk to them and make sure that you guys are on the same page. So that's the energy for that first week of November, Sagittarius. And then the mood lightens up a little bit. We move into the second week with the Ace of Cups energy. Now the cups are it's water. They're water sign. It's your emotions. And you see there's this hand outstretched from the sky. It's a gift from the gods. And cups are your emotions. So cups are, it's about being creative as well, and how creativity is what makes your heart overflow. And when someone inspires you, they become your muse and they become your most beloved person. So there's a gift from the gods coming in that will create, it's that beginning of emotional fulfillment. So it's that opportunity. So this bodes really well if you are single and you've been looking and you've been going through a dry patch, that you are going to meet someone. So just make sure that you're paying attention, and if, for example, if normally you'd turn your friends down if they were trying to set you up for a blind date, this is maybe where you should say yes and go against what you would normally do, because there is this opportunity that's coming in for you and you don't want to miss it, because this is also being clarified by the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups here, you see this person, they're in a black cloak. Make sure you can see those cards. They're in a black coat, their face is turned down. They're looking at these tipped over cups, and again, cups is emotion. So these cups are now empty. So this is a disappointment, a sense of loss, a mourning for whatever has been lost or what's lacking. It can even be from what's lacking in your life. Sorry, I don't mean to keep moving the cards out of the picture. But if this person would only turn around, they would see that there's those two cups behind them that are full and do represent that emotional fulfillment that they could have if they would only turn around and stop focusing on what they've lost or what they don't have. So again, that whole blind date scenario, just as an example, a lighthearted example, that could be an opportunity that's coming in. But if you're too focused on, oh, why can't I meet someone, and that kind of a thing, then you could miss that opportunity. So just make sure you're very observant as to what's coming in the second week of November, Sagittarius. Now, if you are in a relationship, this can indicate, again, it could be a renewed emotional opportunity, some kind of, well, it can actually, in a current relationship, something that's established and a little bit more matured, it can actually represent a new baby in a relationship, or it could represent a proposal or a marriage. And again, so with it being clarified by the Five of Cups, again, the same message applies, that if you've kind of been going through this little bit of a not a dry spell, but a little rough patch in your current relationship, it's time to let it go, and it's time to not focus on it anymore and turn around and see the opportunities that are going to be coming in for you, and making sure that you don't miss those, because again, this is a potential for complete emotional fulfillment, and it's the beginning, and it's that gift from the universe that's coming in, and you want to make sure, Sagittarius, that you're not missing that opportunity. So those are your energies for the first half of November for your love, relationship, and romance, Sagittarius. And this concludes your reading. Have a fabulous November and take care.